Hey everyone, I'm Brea Thorne, and this is my studio basically. And this isn't a studio. This is actually a room, just in our house, and it's a weird one. We have this 45-degree angled wall up here, and this nook kind of where I ended up putting our 65-inch 4K TV, which was a long time ago. And I had some nicer lights, but they wouldn't really fit. So if you look over here, there's like this whole nook right here, and we ended up putting these two lamps. They were cheap. They're cheap lamps. They have these bottom parts here. I put some like color bulbs in those. That one's got a black light bulb. I just don't use them anymore because that's not in my stream background anymore. But I hate those lamps. They look cheap. They work, but they look cheap. So when Govee reached out and said, "Hey, we checked out your channel. We'd like you to take a look at our immersion kit," I was very excited. So what is the Govee Immersion Kit anyway? It's pretty vague. And I'm not talking about like when a gamer's like, "Oh no, my immersion." No, this is for media consumption. So the Immersion Kit is a combination of two Govee products. They have a TV backlight, which is an LED strip. Actually, it's an RGB IC LED strip, so I'll get to that in a bit. But it's a strip that goes behind the back of the edge of your TV, and it casts ambient light around it. The kit is designed for 55 to 65 inch TVs, and there is an extra part to it that I'll show you later that makes it really special. But they also come with some smart light bars, two of them, to go on each side of the TV to spread that ambient light as much as possible. And what makes it all work and immersive and smart and awesome is the 1080p color sense camera. Yeah, it's a 1080p camera that comes with this kit that basically sits on top of your TV and watches it. It's not like in front of it. It's not going to block your view. It sits on top of the TV, watches it at a sharp angle, and you can calibrate it to where it will reproduce any colors on the screen. And we're going to see just how good that is. So, of course, there's something I try to do every time a company wants me to review a product. So you're going to want to pay attention because I asked for an extra one for a giveaway. So stay tuned till the end of the video so you can see how you can get yourself a Govee Immersion Kit. I think it's going to be great because I'm going to be able to get rid of these lamps because you can actually run the light just in white mode with different temperature settings as well. It's all through the Govee app. So we're going to take a look at all of that. We're going to get it installed. But first, let's take a look at what comes in the box. Okay, before calibration, the kit will be on pre-calibration stage and lights up in white, and color button and music button do not respond to any presses. Only connecting to the app and being calibrated will the kit function properly. Fair enough. The kit needs to be recalibrated in the app if the two Type-C power cables are switched on the control box. So this is using, for the lights, for the light bars, and for the light strips, USB Type-C to connect. Like it, share it, sure, why not? We have that. We have a user manual, and we have some instructions. So this right here should be our RGB IC strip. Now, the difference between RGB, standard RGB, and RGB IC is that standard RGB is, it can only show one color at a time for the entire strip, whereas RGB IC has an integrated control chip, IC chip, and that can actually show multiple colors on the same strip. So that's why it can do what it can do to mimic the colors on the screen. So this is a 12.5 foot RGB IC light strip, and it is intended to be installed on all four sides of a 55-inch to 65-inch TV. And these look like the bases for the bars, which I imagine are actually in here. That looks kind of like a really sad face. This right here is our 1080p color sense camera, and this is what's going to do all the magic. So this is our control box right here, and as you can see, there are some physical buttons if you want to manually control it instead of using the app. You want to go with the app though. The app is supposed to be quite good. And there's our power in, okay, and then you have your camera USB, and then your USB Type-C for the RGB IC strip and for the color bars as well. And then looking here, looks like we've got our power brick. Those are your two light bars right there. Of course, wall mounting these would probably be a lot easier for me, but I do not like direct light. I like diffused indirect light personally, so I won't be going that route. So where we're going to start is I'm going to need to clear the area around the TV to let the light shine on the white walls. Thankfully I have white walls. It's going to help here. I'm going to find a different place to mount the speakers, or just have them here, maybe sideways. And I'm going to get these shelves off. Eventually I'll move them closer to that corner there. These aren't doing anything, these acoustic panels. That was an exercise in futility. They don't really do anything. My DIY ones, however, go back and watch that video because they work really well. And of course these, I will find a home for these, but it's not going to be here anymore. One downside here is that the bottom of the TV pretty much goes flush to the wall. So I'm probably going to have those LEDs firing downward, but that shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be many hotspots or anything, because it's not going to be facing forward or anything. We should be fine. So let's go ahead and get it started. Now what you'll find there are some shorter pieces right here that then have thinner wires connecting them. Be careful with these, not like I'm being. Thinner wires that connect them to longer pieces. And you can compare them. So right here, just get one end, and you'll see that the actual LED strip, the RGB IC strip on this is longer. That's going to be for the top or the bottom of your TV. So, ergo, what I would recommend doing is probably starting with the top so that it supports it as you're getting the rest of it mounted there, okay? Now, I will want to explore some of the really cool stuff here. We have some Google Home products, and of course I've got an Android phone, because the app actually integrates with Amazon Alexa. Sorry, don't want to activate your the ever-listening one over at your home if you're listening on a TV. And we're going to try that out. Plus, the Home app just has a lot of features. It's not just reactive to your media. It'll actually react to music too. We're going to check that out. And I'm going to want to try all the different white colors, the white temperatures, to see about how it is just lighting up around the TV to light up the room. And as I understand, in November there's going to be an update to the Govee app that will allow for even more integration into the same thing. So basically you can have the most immersive room ever. So yeah, I'm really excited to work with Govee. I've seen Ed from TechSource cover their stuff, and that alone is a good enough recommendation for me. What's up, Ed? You have no idea who I am. So the next step is going to be to go into the Play Store on Android or the App Store if you're in the Apple ecosystem, and just search for Govee Home. As soon as you search for Govee, you'll find Govee Home, and go ahead and install that. Go ahead and open up the app. Now that we have our square foam cubes there, well, I guess our foam squares are now on the TV, as you see here at the points where you saw me install them. Don't push on those too hard whenever you're putting them on there, just because the adhesive, it won't damage anything, but you know, it'd be easier to take them off afterwards. Now that we've got the Govee Home app, you can just swipe to, wow, these are such cool people, I want to be as cool as they are. Go ahead and accept all terms and conditions. Now we're going to go ahead and click the plus button up on the top right. Okay, so what you want to do is you stick to the LED strip light section here, scroll all the way to the bottom if this is the kit you got, and select the Govee Immersion Kit at the very bottom there. Okay, so if you don't already have a Govee account, just go to create an account and just follow the steps. Okay, now that we're in here, we can now allow that to, we have to allow Govee Home to access the location here apparently, but we'll go ahead and allow that only while using the app. Now that is our hub, that is a controller there. Now it's pairing, so we want to short press the on-off button. So there's our device right here. You can rename it if you want. Make sure the bars and strip have been connected to the control box. They all have. And let's hit start. Ooh, look at that. Confirm if it is the light bars or the light strip that is currently showing light. We know it's the light strip. There we go. That's because you have two USB-C ports and it needs to know which one is which. As shown in the GIF, power on one of the lighting bar to ensure that they have been installed in the correct position. So what I did was I pressed the power button on the left there, but it turned off the one on the right. So now that we switch positions, now it's working. Position is correct. Now what you'll have to do though is you'll have to connect your phone to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, not a 5G network. So not the 5 gigahertz band if you have dual band Wi-Fi. Now when you are mounting the LED strip, you'll notice that there's an arrow, whenever you look at it, pointing in a certain direction, and it goes all along the strip. That is the direction you're looking for here. Now, just as a note, that arrow starts at the USB cable connection there and goes away from it. So you can just go by that if you don't want to go look behind your TV. And this is what we need to tell the app. And it tells you to go ahead and put those foam stickers on the screen, and it says right there, do not press with exertion when sticking the foam sticker to avoid possible damage to the TV screen. Make sure to peel it off from the side after use. Don't just pull it forward. These do have some pretty strong adhesive, so they don't need a lot of help. Okay, now we're just going to calibrate it using those orange squares there. So once we have the four corners, it's going to then prompt us to do the middle points. And we'll just stretch those out just a bit. Calibration is successful. So now we're connected to the device and we're ready to go. So let's turn off the lights. Let's go into this effects lab right here. So you can choose basic colors and ingredients. Interesting, interesting. So let's go with the purple option. There's seasons, interesting. We can go with the spring color. This is more for having kind of a static color, but you can basically choose one in one of these color tones. That's a really nice summer tone, apparently. Ingredients, oh cool, there's broccoli. We can also raise and lower the brightness here. As you can see, you can have a really nice dim light if you're having more of a relaxed kind of movie night. You can also turn your devices on and off right here from the main page. And now we can go to, let's check out scenes. Go with a party scene. Oh my God, wow, oof. Okay, that's really something. Leisure has to be more calm than this. Oh yeah, there we go. A nice slow shift through colors. Dynamic? No idea. Yeah, very dynamic, that's for sure. But let's go to video. That's one of the main selling points here, right? Now look at that. It's already reacting to everything it sees on the screen. Very cool, very cool. Now I was trying to think of whose video I could possibly go look at. Let's see who we can get with some really stunning visuals, and I can think of no one better than my buddy Blastin. Let's go to his channel. Blastin has some of the best visually stunning tech footage you're gonna get. So another great thing about this is you can also set it up just as a light. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find where we can get to a white light. Let's go to color here and see if we don't have to go with a gradient, but we want to go with the white right here. So I'm going to choose this, and then the entirety of the bar right there with this little check mark. And then we can choose white as the color, and then you get to choose the color temperature. Personally, I probably want to hang out right about here. Then we can also make sure our brightness is all the way up, and it's not, so now you have full brightness, nice room lighting. Very versatile kit. Already loving it. Let's talk prices. If you want just a standard RGB strip that doesn't have RGB IC, where it can have different colors on the same strip, you're gonna pay less. What you're paying for here is not just the RGB IC kit and the smart Wi-Fi light bars, though. You're also paying for a 1080p color sense camera. A lot of this stuff is on sale right now, which is nice. Like the light strip is normally $83 and it's down to $66.40, and the bars are usually $80 down to $68. Different percentages there. So in total, with it on sale right now, you'd still be paying $134. But since you're also getting 20% off on the kit itself, it's only 120 bucks, down from 150. So pretty good deal. And I gotta tell you, taking out those lamps and putting this in, we just have that on. And because the walls are white, it reflects throughout the room when it's on full brightness, and it looks great in here. I can't wait to integrate more sort of indirect smart lights throughout this room and just kind of like light it up. And then when it's time to film a side dub video or whatever, I just go on my phone and I just start changing stuff around. It's awesome. There are a few features I'd like to see though. I would like to see hex codes for colors. That's how I work with stuff. Hex codes or RGB values would be great, because then you can sort of use those hex codes across your different things, like your RGB on your computer and stuff like that, and sort of match everything up a little easier. Yeah, I can't wait to see what else is integrated into this ecosystem in November. That's going to be really cool. And I guess just, check out the sale. Now, if you really want this, but you don't want to buy it, I feel you. I understand. So I've got an extra one right here for you guys. So link is in the description below on how to enter to get this. And yeah, it is free to enter. I will say though that patrons of my Patreon, patreon.com/Prayathorn, will get a few extra entries. That's just something that comes with the whole Patreon thing. If you want to join that and support the channel and support me doing this, then I would really, really appreciate that. And you can get a few extra entries for this and other huge giveaways coming up. Like seriously, every month, new giveaways. I will see you guys on stream. Twitch.tv/Prayathorn. I now stream 3 times a week, Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, though I will be missing the next Tuesday one. Sorry about that. Got a thing to do. But yeah, and 3 times a week at 8 p.m. Central, Twitch.tv/Prayathorn. And of course, our System Integrators Weekly videos every Sunday. And that's where we explore different system integrators on the internet and see what they have for pre-built gaming computers or custom gaming computers. Anyway, I want to thank Govee for sending these out. I'm really looking forward to working with them some more because I like what they're doing with the industry. I mean, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, you can show that with the like button and the clicking thereof, and really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. We got some really exciting content coming up. I can't even explain how awesome it is. You're just gonna have to subscribe and see, because it's gonna be really cool. Thank you guys, take it easy, and until next time, take care.